Over the past month, we've been here at LJM Tiny Homes on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland working on our dream tiny house build. And today we have just pulled it out of the workshop and I am so excited to finally reveal what we've built. Hey Joe, how's it going?
Hey Bryce, very good mate.
Mate, we are here at the finish line now and what a journey this has been.
Oh, such a great journey.
I can't believe that we have gone from start to finish on this build project in under a month.
Yep, it's been perfect. It's all come into play absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and I could not be more thrilled with how this home looks. It is a real beauty, isn't it?
It's a stunner.
There is this feeling of satisfaction that's so hard to describe when you watch an idea that you've crafted on paper actually manifest in front of you. And it is just so cool to have seen it go from the plans to the architectural visualization and now through to seeing the product standing before us in real life. What a journey.
Yeah, so rewarding. It really is an amazingly unique opportunity to design something and then get to the point where we're about to go and walk through it completely finished.
Yeah. So this design, 8.4 meters long, 2.5 meters wide, 4.3 meters high, single level, and I am so happy with those dimensions.
Yeah, we managed to get everything we wanted and balance everything absolutely perfect inside that footprint.
And visually, it's just so stunning. That beautiful trim deck in the surf mist color, this just has Queensland written all over it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's an East Coast beach tiny home. I love the outdoor lights and the trim deck format in the surf mist. It sort of like makes you really appreciate the roof line and appreciate the design and focus in on that a lot.
Yeah, looking at that roof line, Joe, I am just so stoked with the result of that. Having the dual gables at either end, moving into that center skillion, what a great look.
Yeah, it's not a roof line that we've actually done before, so it was really exciting and really rewarding to be a part of this design.
I think it's such a great technique as well because by changing up the roof line in a design, it can go a long way to giving a tiny house a bigger house aesthetic.
Yeah, it can, and we're literally experiencing that right now. It's blowing my socks off.
Yeah, and that feature window. I mean, right now we're parked up in your parking lot, but when that has been transported to site and has a view, what a feature that's going to be in the home.
Oh my God, that window, it's a stunner, like it truly is.
The double sliders, I love the way that they look in the house, and I think that's going to give this home a really beautiful functionality. Once we do have a deck out the front, it's going to give us that ability to have that kind of circular flow throughout the home. Really like the way that's been done.
Yeah, and in Australia, having fly screens is so important. So having the sliding doors, that they don't take up any extra space. The slider just slides across easy and keeps the insects and flies out. It's just pretty important.
One of the things that I was really impressed with right from the start of the build was the trailer design and especially these micro tires. They're just so tidy underneath the house.
Yeah, they just frame the trailer in super nice and neat, bring the profile of the house down, and being white, they just sort of flow in with everything. And by using our micro tires, we're actually gaining 70 mil internal head height, which is huge in tiny home design.
Yeah, and we sprayed the trailer with the surf mist color as well, which I think was a really great decision.
It just helps bring our eye line just down neatly straight into the ground.
Yeah. Another thing that I'm really proud of in this design is what we've done with the trailer hitch end, keeping all of those services so tidy above the drawbar. That's gone such a long way to really keeping the design feeling nice and coherent and well thought out.
So being driven from a waterproofing, making sure that everything sits inside one flashing on the trim deck, that's allowed us to really streamline that down the back and make an end that sometimes cannot be that beautiful because of all the practical functions at the front of the house, turn into something that's just really balanced and doesn't look out of place.
Yeah, I totally agree. Over the last month, it has been such an incredible journey working with you to bring this tiny house design to life. Talk to me about what the experience has been like for you.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys got to experience that day to day in our factory and seeing how the tiny house was constructed and working with our team and being in that sort of positive tiny house vortex that the tiny house factory is. And I think we're a really good team.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And in tiny home building or in building any house, there's so many specialized trades that go into creating something like this. And having the whole team working here in synergy in-house has been such a cool thing to witness.
Yeah, one team, one dream. People are putting so much trust into us, like we're building their forever home. So we have to get that right and everyone has to be on the same page. So yeah, the team is amazing, and yeah, I'm really stoked you guys got to work so closely with them all.
Yeah, and I know that you especially appreciated having me here on site every single day so that I could constantly make changes.
Yeah, look. All the changes we made were well thought out and they were made in real time. So it was all super achievable. And when you're making a change for a good reason, once again, it's something we're going to be able to appreciate.
Absolutely. And that is really the thing with custom tiny house building, because you can look at something on paper for as long as you like, but sometimes it's not until you're physically in the space that those little things will just jump out at you.
Yep. There's nothing like walking around in your tiny home while it's just framed up and really feeling that space and following your intuition. That's where a lot of the magic comes from.
Absolutely. Well, just seeing this house now here from the outside gives me this incredible sense of pride for what we've created. And I am so excited to go inside with you and reflect on what we've done on the interior. Should we take a look?
So excited. You?
Joe, this is a thing of absolute beauty, isn't it?
It's so, so beautiful. So happy with how it's turned out.
One of the incredible things about a single level design, I think, is getting to play with the full sense of height in this home. And we've really taken advantage of that in here.
We have the ceilings are so lovely and open and high, where the top of the windows finish is sort of, without being cramped, it's really maximized, bringing our eye line up throughout the whole home and keeping everything super open.
Yeah, absolutely. Those rafters, what a feature.
I think it's going to be something that you're just going to appreciate forever. Each rafter has its own personality. We've used the brass coach bolts to go through the collar ties. It's just stunning.
Yeah. And talking about the height in here as well, I love that we got to experiment a bit with that. We've raised up the countertops and we've done other things in the home that kind of trick us into feeling even smaller in the space. We've raised the height of all of the light switches and things like that, so you have to reach up for them more than you normally would in a home. And I'm so thrilled with the effect of that, which means even I feel quite small standing in this space.
Yeah, I'm looking at you here and I'm like, wow, it's so open behind you and around you, and it's definitely your home.
Yeah, absolutely. The colors in here, these are all just working so beautifully together. When I talked to Rasa about what she really wanted in her tiny home, she said green, she said white, she said gold, she said pops of timber, and look at how that's all come together in here.
Yeah, the colors we've chosen are amazing colors, but they're also perfectly balanced, and I think we used the right amount in the right areas to appreciate each one and flow them all together. I love it. It feels like such a calm, beautiful space.
Yeah. And one of the things that I think I'm most proud of in this design is the lighting. How beautiful has that turned out?
Without a doubt. It's very unique. It's very calm. It's the alabaster lighting is through the roof. I'm so excited about it.
It lets us have this task lighting that's just really beautifully diffused as well. And because of that diffusion, it's allowed us to drop it further into the space and make it more of a feature without it feeling obtrusive.
Yeah, it's certainly not an intrusive light. It's actually a pleasure to have it on.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Imagine what it's going to be like in those early mornings and evenings. It's going to be something special.
The lounge design, I love the way that this has been kept really simple, really functional. We've got the house currently staged with a manky old couch, which will be replaced, but it's just there for the show right now while it's parked up here. And again, just love the way that that is focused out the window. We've got the movable television in the corner, and of course the lounge feature, the celebratory element being that incredible feature window with the hardwood timber reveal.
Yeah, that window is incredible. It's a unique sized window that we don't use very often, but in this space, it just brings you through the lounge and just opens it up. It was a really good design decision to incorporate the black butt timber and flow that in from the rafters down into those architraves.
And the floor, having that herringbone pattern running right into the window, I could not be more happy with how that's turned out.
Everything's so symmetrical in here, isn't it, Bryce? Like when I'm standing here, I'm just naturally being brought down the center of that herringbone flooring, up through that amazing window, into the alabaster. It's, everywhere I look, it's special.
I like that we've kept the gable feature running through the skillion section of the roof as well, with the triangular cutouts in the walls. Really nice way of doing that. It sort of brings a little bit of balance to it, separates the spaces, but still makes everything feel really open to itself.
You can see that open triangle both from the bedroom, from the lounge. You can even see it if you're looking inside.
Yeah.
So, I love what we've done there. And it's just an easy transition between all the rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Heating and cooling in the house, obviously coming from the mini split.
Yeah, we've got the 3.5 kilowatt Mitsubishi split system, and it's a necessity in any Australian climates.
It certainly is. And one of the things that I think I'm most proud of in the design of the tiny house is this kitchen. Ultra compact, but we have squeezed everything into this kitchen. We've got the dish drawer, we've got a great sized sink, we've got an oven, we've got the 2-burner gas stove, we've got the extractor fan, huge pull-out pantry, tons of storage. There is a lot of function that has been packed into this very compact galley-style kitchen.
It's got everything you need inside this kitchen. I love the sink, nice and easy to wipe everything in. It's really practically hard wearing as well with the Corian tops. It's quite easy to jump between both sides, so just the use of the space. You could do anything in this kitchen and it's got everything you need.
It certainly does. We've gone for extra depth in the bench tops as well. These are 650 deep, which I think adds a huge amount more surface area to be able to prep with.
Yeah, without losing anything.
Yeah.
So that was a really good decision.
And hopefully in our next parking spot, there is going to be a spectacular view out that window. Not that looking at your factory is not a gorgeous sight there, Joe. I really appreciate the use of the built-ins in this kitchen as well. Having the built-in fridge and the built-in dish drawer, those are two elements that can be really ugly in a space, and being able to perfectly hide them into the cabinetry like this, I think just worked so well.
Yeah, not noticing those appliances and things, like you don't think about it, but it contributes to that lovely feeling of like clean lines and just open, lovely feelings.
Yeah, absolutely. The use of the painted doors as well. I really like that we've matched the door color to the cabinetry color. It means that when that slider is shut, everything again just keeps in harmony.
Yeah, every little design and specification decision like that feels like it works perfectly. So stoked.
Absolutely. Should we have a look in the bathroom?
Yeah, let's do it.
This bathroom. Is it a weird thing to say that you love a bathroom? Because I love this bathroom. The second you walk in and see that incredible glowing basin with the matching mirror, what an amazing feature they are.
I've actually been dreaming about this basin, and it's really lived up to all expectations. It's such a special feature, and it just brings a real special feeling to you when you're coming through this space. It marries in beautifully with the halo mirror and the alabaster lights, and it's I love this bathroom too.
Yeah, again, we've brought the Corian from the kitchen into this space.
Yep, everything's flowing through from the Corian with the Corian splashbacks, the beautiful joinery fronts flowing with that symmetry through into the bedroom.
Yeah, in both the lounge and the bedroom, we've got this dual ambient and task lighting circuit. In those rooms, our ambient lights is coming from the uplights from the collar ties and the kicks from the cabinetry. Here in the bathroom, that ambient light is 100% coming from the basin and the mirror, which gives us this incredible vivid green glow, which I just love.
I'm really happy that you incorporated that into your electrical design plan, because this is the feature in here and this is all you need.
Yeah, and in the darkness as well, it just casts this incredible green light throughout the home. It's almost like this eerie but calming green, I love it.
Seeing the resin basin do its thing from the outside of the home is truly something else, and you can sort of see it glowing through the beautiful openings in the black, but yeah, it's a special, special bathroom.
Yeah, like a UFO's landed in the bathroom.
Perfectly in the middle of the Corian bench top.
Exactly. The shower in here is such an impressive feature. We have gone for the full 2.4 meters in height in this. Again, that's something that I wanted to try out to sort of make us feel smaller in the space by oversizing the things that we are putting in and really emphasizing the height. And I just think that has worked so well in here.
Yeah, it feels like it's the perfect space for that shower. If we didn't raise that all the way up, it would have been slightly wasted space, so why not use all of that extra height? It works really well with the tapware decisions that you've made. And then the subway tile sheets is ultra lightweight, easy to be transported, and I think it looks really neat.
I am very excited about this composting toilet in here.
Yeah, the Electura Nature Loo is such a beautiful, compact composting toilet. Heaps of chat in the design process about how we make that work with the trailer chassis and the different options we've got about getting that through the trailer and everything. And opting to bring the toilet forward so that we can get past the chassis and actually giving us extra storage and flowing that Korean bench top over there too has worked a real treat.
Absolutely. The storage that we've been able to build in there, I think, is just going to be so functional. We can put so much toilet paper there, and I've got this idea that I want to set mason jars down the side in there as well that are filled with the wood shavings that can just really be easily picked up and thrown into the toilet after usage.
I love that idea.
And of course, this is not only a bathroom, this is also our laundry.
Yeah, just like the kitchen, we wanted to make sure that we have all the practical elements required for full-time living. So we've got space for a washing machine, and we've also allocated some space for a laundry hamper just to keep everything tidy away.
Brilliant. And last but certainly not least, we've got the bedroom. Let's take a look in there, eh?
Can't wait.
Again, I am so proud of the bedroom design in here. I think we have really created a balance between functionality and abject beauty in this room.
Yeah, like we've got so much storage, but it feels so open still. And the positioning of our storage has allowed us to really enjoy this room for being a bedroom.
Yeah, I love the decision that we've made to put in those feature windows at the top, putting them right in the apex of that gable. It gives it almost this kind of church-like aesthetic, doesn't it?
Yep, it really goes such a long way to just making you feel so at home and feeling so open in here. Being in the bedroom and seeing the whole house completed, I do feel like we got it perfect with the space allocation for the bedroom, bathroom, kitchen and lounge. Like, it's the perfect amount of space in here.
It's just enough, isn't it? It's not excessive in any way, shape or form. It's just enough for everything to do exactly what it's supposed to do and function really well. Rasa and I, we travel so much. And when we come home even, we tend to still just live out of suitcases. So being able to lift up the bed, have a place where we can just drop our suitcases, close it up, and still just keep all of our storage neatly tucked away there, I think is going to be a really great feature.
Yeah, it's comfortable for you guys. It's easy to do that. And if you didn't do that, where would it go?
Yeah, exactly.
And so that allows you to live in and appreciate the home.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like the design of this fan that we've put in here as well. I think it sort of halos the bed beautifully, and then it also just fits perfectly in with the collar ties of the rafters.
That fan was born to be in those rafters.
It was. Another cool thing that we've put in here is our towel rail, our heated towel rail.
Yep. Having that luxury of having a heated towel rail gives you that real homely luxe feel, and it's a space that's available in the home, so why not use it?
And it doesn't really encroach too much into the space.
Yeah, we practiced walking around the bed many times before we finally put it up there, and it absolutely doesn't encroach on the space. If anything, it adds personality.
Yeah, we've got just enough space around this bed, I think, to comfortably make the bed and do the tasks that need to be done. But I think ultimately it really is designed that you would walk through this door and straight onto the bed, eh? You're not going to spend too much time sort of navigating your way around.
Yeah, like if you want to make the bed, obviously you can do that comfortably. If you want to access any of this storage, you can do it comfortably. But it's just so natural to just walk straight through and jump into bed.
Yeah, absolutely. Being here in the home right now and reflecting on the last month, this has been a really incredible journey, and I really am just so absolutely thrilled with the result of what we've created here.
Oh, awesome, Bryce. I'm so happy to hear that, mate. And likewise, it's been such an incredible experience, such a great journey. It's helped to inspire me to keep dreaming and to keep building amazing tiny homes.
Yeah. If you were to do this again, is there anything in this design that you would change?
That's a really good question, and it's probably a question I should ask myself more, because it's a way that we can reflect and keep growing. So thanks for thinking of asking that. I can't think of anything, mate.
Yeah, I too am just like really thrilled. I think we've done, in my opinion, I think what makes tiny home design really special, which is we have created real hyper functionality within spatial confines.
I absolutely agree.
And Joe, let's talk budget for this tiny house.
Yeah, we've used some amazing, slightly higher spec materials in this build. I haven't done my final calculations, but I would estimate it being somewhere in and around 150,000.
Yeah, and I think that is just such a phenomenal result. We have done so many really beautiful features. We've used some really high-end materials. We've done some really intricate things with the lighting, and we have got a lot of house for that budget, haven't we?
Yep, this is a house that I could see myself living in. It's a house that you're going to feel totally at home in, feel safe. It's got everything that you could possibly dream of.
And I know Rasa is absolutely thrilled to bits with this design as well. The Rasa Mahal.
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo!
Now that we can see the finished result of this house, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's actually better than I had hoped it would be. And I'm so pleased that Bryce and Rasa love it as much as they do.
I think it's fantastic. It genuinely is one of the best ones we've ever built, as far as that high-end finish and just a beautiful design.
I think it's amazing. It's definitely so calming. Walking in there, it's such a good space, like utilised really well with everything in there. It's big, but it's also small.
It was very taxing. It was a tight schedule with a lot of intricate details in it, but it's very rewarding. It looks great.
By far the nicest that I've seen leave the factory. You know how to work with a small space, and it's evident when we look at your house that you know what you're doing.
I'm quite pleased with the result because like the white color on the walls like really makes all the timber stains and all the selection of the cabinetry pop up.
I'm super stoked about the result of the flooring. Yeah, I think it couldn't be better. Like it just fits the whole house, just another feature, and yeah, it really pops out.
Yeah, pretty stoked, but that's probably the best part is stepping back and seeing it all done and seeing it in with all the lights on, and so yeah, it's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah, really good. I really loved being up on the roof actually and dealing with the heights and looking at it. Yeah, it just looks. I love it actually. I can look at it and say I'm quite proud of it. So that's a good feeling.
Well, Joe, this has been such a journey. It has been such a blessing for me to get to work so closely with you on this project. It has been so wonderful getting to spend every day at the workshop while this was happening and getting to know your team and working with you on all of these really cool ideas and experimenting and creating. I can't really put words to just what an amazing experience this has been for me. Thanks, Joe. This has been such a pleasure.
Thanks, it's been a pleasure, Bryce.
It's not wasted on me how lucky I am to be able to do projects like this. That's all made possible by you, our incredible audience who watch these videos and support our channel. And I absolutely just want to express my true heartfelt gratitude to you who make this possible. I really hope that watching this project unfold has been something that you've really enjoyed, that you've really got some value from, and that you've enjoyed watching me experiment with space and create this tiny home, which I am exceptionally proud of. From here, the tiny house has quite a journey. We don't know exactly what to do with it right now. We are contemplating either keeping it here in Australia as a home base for us here in Australia, or there is this other wild possibility of us shipping the tiny house back to New Zealand and setting it up on our land back in New Zealand. That's something which has been keeping me up at night while I contemplate those options. And maybe in the comments below, let me know what you guys think, where you think our tiny house should end up. This has been the most amazing ride. I have so enjoyed working with Joe and his incredible team. Rasa and I, during our time here, have had such an amazing opportunity to bond with everyone. We've made so many new friends, and I just think what we've built is beautiful. I couldn't be more proud of it. I love that I've got to do something for Rasa as well. She's an amazing woman who doesn't ask for much, and in most of my designs, she always just gives me free rein to do whatever I want. And with this place, I really wanted to take her design aesthetic into consideration and create a space that she would love, and I think she does. So, thank you all so much for watching. This has been an incredible series to make, and I am immensely proud with what we've done here.